Hey, what's up, guys? This is comedian Rob Coleman coming at you today with another movie trailer review. Now, today is Monday, so and it's Veterans Day, so happy Veterans Day to all my veterans out there. Thank you for your service. Now, today I want to review a movie, um, and I'm in a little bit of a somber mood because this movie stars one of the great horror movie and voiceover actors that I've ever had the pleasure of seeing his career. And he passed away this past week. Who am I talking about? The great Tony Todd. Tony Todd, you guys may know as Candyman from the great 1990s Candyman movies. And he actually passed away this last week. And it's a sad thing to see. He was very well known for all of his horror movie roles, movies like Final Destination and Night of the Living Dead. I mean, just so many different movies that he's been in, and we lost him this last week. He was also big in the science fiction, starring in several different Star Trek shows, voicing over several different cartoon characters across DC, and I think he did some Transformer voiceover work, video games, and was a very good stage actor as well. And just going over his bio, and it's sad to see him go. I mean, he was great in the horror movies because of his voice and his stature. I believe he was like around 6'4", 6'5", had that great gravelly voice, and whether or not he was a good or bad guy in a movie, he always was a presence on the screen. And once again, we lost him this week. So I wanted to take time and review one of his last movies. Now, he still is probably over the next couple of years going to be releasing movies, because at the time of this recording, I noticed there was over 10 different movies in various stages of production with him in it, post-production or completed, several of them. So he's probably going to have several more projects coming out with him in it post-mortem. So but the movie I want to review, the trailer I want to review for him today to kind of honor him, is this movie called The Activated Man. Now, I know, while he's done a ton of movies, not all of them have been high quality. You could tell some of the movies he probably did for a paycheck. Some of them were very good, like, and some of them were kind of middle of the road. When you think about the Hatchet series, maybe, I don't know if you would call those great horror movies. He was in those. And like I said, he just was very active throughout his entire career, starring in various different science fiction and horror movie roles. I also did a lot of small screen work on TV and stuff as well. I noticed a lot of TV credits. So, just a super active guy. I think he really kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. I think a lot of people kind of thought of him as Candyman, and he's just a horror movie guy, but just was so active and just all across different genres and different types of movies and subgenres. So once again, we're going to miss him, and I do want to take a look at this particular trailer, because once again, this is probably one of the last movies that you'll see with him in it. So The Activated Man, what is this movie about? Well, the summary of the movie on IMDb simply states, after Orr's Gabriel loses his beloved dog to cancer, the shock from the trauma produces strange vision projections that force Orr's to wrestle with two possibilities: that his mind has fractured or that it's actually real. So, I guess a little bit of a silly premise, but the one thing that has going about this movie that I'm curious about, and one of the reasons why I want to review it, not just because it's one of Tony Todd's last movies, but this movie also has Kane Hodder in it. If you don't know who that is, he's basically an actor and stuntman who played Jason in several of the Friday the 13th movies. Another big, imposing guy. He also played Victor Crowley in the Hatchet series. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a Jason knockoff, but just a big, imposing guy. He does a lot of horror movies himself. I think you could probably call him a scream king as well. And just was once again, just really active across a ton of different horror movies. And then it also has Sean Young in it. And this was a little bit of surprise to me. If you don't know who Sean Young is, she played in the original Blade movie, and she actually was Shanti, I believe, in the first Dune movie. Back in the day, Dune, not this most recent Dune. The character that plays her in the recent Dune movies is Zendaya. So in the original Dune movie, Sean Young was, the one that Zendaya was. I believe it's Shanti. But anyway, I guess you could call her a little bit of a science fiction, movie legend. So this movie has, some kind of heavyweights in it. There's also several other actors in the movie. Um, Andrew Keegan, Vladimir Kolchik. The guy that actually plays Oars is Jamie Costa. You know what I mean? So just a ton of actors in this movie, but top billing, of course, goes to Tony Kane and Sean Young. But anyway, this movie appears to have a silly premise, and it has some heavyweight actors in it. So where does this movie fall with people? Well, after 1,400 reviews on IMDb, this movie actually has a 7.3 rating. Now, you've heard me say this before. Horror movies in the sevens, as far as ratings on IMDb, are typically pretty good horror movies. Some of the classic horror movies like Jaws and Exorcist are in like the mid sevens as far as like their ratings, 7.8, 7.5, stuff like that. So if a movie has a 7 point something rating, that typically means that it's a pretty good movie. So fans dig this movie. I've never heard of it. So I'm really excited to see this trailer. So without further ado, let's take a look at the trailer for this particular movie. I need another phrase. I think I say that a lot. I feel like I just say without further ado like way too much. So help me out with a different phrase before I start a movie. But let's take a look at the trailer for this particular movie. Once again, sad to see Todd go, but once again, just a great actor. Let's go ahead and share. And let's take a look at this trailer, guys, and see what it's all about.
I keep seeing him die. Over and over again. God. I can't even see straight.
He talking about his dog?
You okay?
Got a teddy bear?
I can see him.
What?
The trauma of losing Louis is unlocking your psychic abilities.
Ah!
God, what is happening? Talk to me.
I'm gonna handle this.
Don't shut me out.
Yeah, please don't shut her out. She's gorgeous.
Before my mom was committed, she was always seeing this thing. I'm scared I have. She has.
Oh, is he okay?
Something's in here.
The Undertaker.
Listen to me.
He wants to kill me.
See the light. It's your shield in the astral plane. What we visualize, we can actualize. They can turn us against each other, push us to do terrible things. I'm sure you've seen the news lately. Mother comes home, kills her 3 children and herself.
People doing this more and more. There was something inside her pushing her.
Everywhere we went, pain followed.
You are out of your depth.
That's game right there.
We are at war 24 hours every day.
Bad things are coming.
How? Oh, my Undertaker.
The power of film is connection.
Okay.
It's about
All right. So that is the movie trailer for The Activated Man. I don't mean to laugh. Like, this movie has a 7.3 rating, so it's probably pretty good. But as a wrestling fan, you see somebody in a long black trench coat and the big hat, you automatically think Undertaker, right? So I I feel like that is a shout out to Undertaker, but I don't know, man. All right, so what do I think about the trailer? It doesn't seem super scary. It actually feels kind of low budget. Which is kind of amazing to me. Like I said, you got some heavyweight actors in this. It has a pretty high rating on IMDb, but it looks to be a little low budget. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes low budget movies can have some great practical effects and some great stuff. The story, sometimes can make a low budget movie a lot better than what it looks like it's going to be based on just the visual production. I actually just saw a low budget movie on Amazon the other day that was fantastic, and I'll probably do some sort of trailer review for that at some point. But I don't know what you guys think. I think this movie is actually already out. I think it came out in 2023, although the release date says 2023, but I've never heard of this movie yet, and I did just see it in a new movie trailer compilation. So maybe it was made in 2023 and just hasn't come out yet. But what do you guys think? You think this is going to be a pretty decent movie? Do you think it is deserving of that 7.4 rating? And what do you think about us losing Tony Todd, another, very active and prolific voiceover actor? I mean, we lost earlier this year Lance Riddick, we lost James Earl Jones, now we just lost Tony Todd. All of these guys were very active voiceover artists with voiceovers across a lot of the stuff that I love, DC and Marvel stuff, and Transformers, like some of the Star Trek. These guys did voiceovers for a lot of that stuff. Yeah, but with Tony Todd gone, man, it's definitely gonna leave a little bit of a void in that, and once again, just an absolute legend. I don't know another black person or black actor who's been this active across the horror movie genre. There's guys that direct a lot of movies, but the guys that star in them, I haven't seen a ton of those. So, once again, shout out to Tony Todd. I hate to give somebody their flowers post-mortem. Wish we would have gave him his flowers while he was still here. And, once again, I appreciate him so much. I really enjoy his voice and his presence in just about every movie I've ever seen him in. So, yeah, go check out Activated Man and tell me what you think. I'm gonna look and see if I can find it on streaming. And I didn't actually read the little box thing, but it says embrace the darkness, protect yourself with light. So you will see. I would protect myself with a lot of different stuff. Light would be probably close to the bottom of the list. I probably would grab a pistol, a knife, or something like that. Anyway, this is your boy comedian Rob Coleman coming at you again with another movie trailer review. Happy Veterans Day once again, and thoughts and prayers to the Tony Todd family. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. See you in the next one.